every get it on and then I forget. Good morning, everyone.
Happy Hump Day.
Now we have 20.
Woohoo! And we're memory bound right in the middle of Iowa, right in the middle of the U.S. So you can shop with us in our store online. And Maggie, yesterday we had a visitor from California.
Oh,
she
wow.
was driving around. Her and her husband were on some trips, and she Googled craft stores or paper craft stores. And
Oh,
she
you're
found
kidding.
So
did she know about the videos?
I think someone told her. I don't think she had even heard of us before. So you never know. Go out to Google and you'll find us too. And who knows?
That's a fun way to try things when you're traveling.
Yeah, and we're in the perfect place because we're right in the middle between Omaha and Chicago and Minneapolis and Kansas City. So
that's why they call us the Heartland.
Oh, is it really? Okay, well, we're the Heartland.
We're the heart.
We're the memory bound Heartland.
Yeah.
I want to share, let's share this really neat. Speaking of Heartland and Minneapolis and all that, Amy sent us these projects that she made, and she was here at our barbecue and said she had a wonderful experience and that she makes these blocks for a consignment store, and she made them with us and shared them with us. She used some of the new papers from Christmas, but you'll also recognize the fall is our Enchanted Autumn paper here. So I don't know, can you see all those, Maggie? They set this all up for us yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Spooky and Autumn and Merry Christmas.
And you know what's interesting? I don't know that I would have chosen a big print like that behind there, but I love it. Just shows you that you got to try different things. Well, love that.
Definitely, she said she wanted to share some treats with us, and she certainly did.
Look at Spooky.
These would be so nice to sit out on your mantle or your counter.
Did she make the pumpkins also?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, and look, real sticks.
I know. You know what, Maggie? This is the perfect day for you because Maggie loves twigs and sticks. And these are just so cute out of this flannel.
I love it.
Perfect for the fall.
And I love the plaid one.
So, Amy, thank you so much. I'm sure you're getting lots of hearts on this. And you're also showing people how it's doable. If you go to your lumber store, it'd be Menards maybe or Home Depot, and sometimes they even cut the wood for you and cut some paper to fit and then put some letters, and I believe she put a coating of Mod Podge or matte medium on it. It's got a little bit of a shine.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much. And you know what we're going to do with these, Maggie? We are going to be having a Facebook Live sale this fall. We don't have a date yet, and all the proceeds are going to go to, I believe, the food bank. We haven't confirmed our charitable contribution place yet. So these are going to be in that, and Amy said that was okay. So, Amy, thank you so much for sharing your talent and your generosity. I think these are going to be really hot items when we do our Facebook Live sale.
Look at those with the pumpkins. Aren't those fun? I love it.
Yep. Okay, now we need Gloria. Hey, Gloria.
Gloria.
Yeah, Gloria. Our staff member, Gloria, wasn't here yesterday, but she had a very important birthday that ended in a 0. So come on over, Gloria. I've got, when our staff have birthdays, we have gift cards that we give them to celebrate their birthday. And look at, this doesn't look anything like Gloria there. But anyway, happy birthday plus 1 day, Gloria.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gloria. Happy birthday to you.
I forgot to cover my microphone.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you.
She didn't know we were going to do that. We just do things, don't we, Maggie? Okay. Speaking of projects, Diana was here, I think, last week, and she had made those cool boxes with Enchanted Autumn. Well, Dawn asked her to make some Christmas boxes, and look at this. Is that amazing?
That's beautiful.
It's all like popped up with foam tape, and it's made with the Simple Stories Rustic Christmas. But wait, Maggie, we got one more.
Oh my gosh. Diana, those are beautiful.
Diana, if you're watching, these are amazing, and thank you for sharing your talents. I love the plaid bottoms. So if you want to make boxes, check it out on our video from last week. You'll see it.
Beautiful, beautiful Diana. I just saw Gloria's name.
Happy birthday, Gloria. Okay. Many of you might not know this, and many of you do. Dawn is a crazy glitter person. Glitter, bling, anything like that. And Diane just said, I think we have about 100 bottles of diamond dust now.
It says they can't hear you.
Oh. Oh, my microphone's off. That might have been a good thing when we were singing. Anyhow, we got a bunch of diamond dust in stock, and it's one of Dawn's favorite products. And if you can kind of see, it's a little bit bigger glitter. And we'll be sharing with you Diane's mix, because she takes this and mixes it with a fine glitter. And then it's perfect. You got everything you need. Okay, and then we did get in a new paper pad. It's 8x8 from the Paper Boutique, and it's called Christmas Magic. And I opened one. Oh, I just want to touch that. I opened one so we could see it. And I'll flip through here. It looks textured, doesn't it, Maggie? I don't know if the...
It does. Is it it's
not,
a
smooth paper, but
that one would be pretty with something printed on it.
Or maybe a photo, or there's some ice skates.
So if you like the blues.
Yeah, really good winter blues. So this is going to be online under shopping and paper packs or Christmas. And there you go. Okay, then speaking of paper packs, my favorite things came in yesterday, and check out that plaid. And this is going to be online under paper packs in the 6x6. Now, in addition to the plaid, we also got Keep Me in Stitches. And it looks like sweaters.
Wouldn't that be fun for winter cards and things?
It would be, yes.
And all the different colors.
And these are single-sided, all of these papers, and that's $7.99. This one was called Cheerful Plaid.
And you can't have too many plaids.
They really go together pretty well. The other thing we got in that I happen to love, and I've been using this on our grandsons, our oldest grandson's scrapbooks, is we got in the birthday pack from Scrapbook Customs. So this has one sheet of paper for each year from 1 through 12. And they're two-sided. The front is a really nice cut apart, and then the back is a print that has the year on it. And what I suggest is that if you're doing a scrapbook, you might want to get 2 packs, because you're getting one of each paper. And I have found myself wanting to use the back in addition to the front cut apart.
So you get just one of each one of those, or 2?
You get one sheet of each grade.
But the back,
each year.
But the back is the same on everything.
No. They're
It's not.
two-sided, like this says happy first birthday,
Oh,
happy
okay,
second
got it.
birthday.
Okay.
So if you're making cards, you might just need 1 pack, and you'd have a very nice card that has the actual birthday year on it. Okay, and those are $11.99. All right, also in from, we were talking about this yesterday, but we got in these stickers for wine, and we got in stickers for beer from Scrapbook Customs. These are $2.99. So those are really fun. Those are going to be online and under foods and beverages.
Those are nice to make cards for your beer drinking and wine drinking friends.
Yes, and some people might be dancing afterwards, but that's not really what this is for. This is a great sticker. It's 2 sheets. It's very hard to find dance items. If any of you have dancers, little dancers, I know my daughter was a dancer, and it's really hard, and these are great, $3.99 for 2 full sheets of stickers. And
like the cut apart.
They're good for older or younger girls, this particular set. Then we got some Iowa stuff. I love Iowa, and that die cut is $3.49. And we got in some Iowa stickers, and these are all going to be under Iowa. Good place for them, isn't it, Maggie? And then we got this 12 by 12 sheet of Iowa stickers, which I think would be really nice for your scrapbooks.
Oh, look at the corn, and then we've got the Iowa Hawkeyes and the fair. Field of Dreams, for those of you who went to the Field of Dreams,
Kind
or
of some of the
wished
big
you were
things
there.
here. Now, if you drive south, you're going to go into Missouri, and then we've got a Branson paper that's back in stock.
Kelly, that's funny, because I went to Branson and I bought that paper there because we didn't have it here.
Oh my gosh.
But now we do.
Now you can get it right here, Maggie.
Somebody mentioned that blue paper right here would be beautiful for Diana's boxes.
It would be.
So Diana, get right on that.
Yeah, we'll get her on it for sure. Okay, then we got in some honeybee, and that, oh, well, sorry, I'm going to hop over here, Maggie, because we've got three items from my favorite things other than the paper. And these are called Stitch Tall Triangles, and they're $15.99, and I think they'd make amazing Christmas trees.
They would. Even stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
They'd be really neat.
Somebody wanted to know if we had anything gymnastics, and I'm sure we do.
Yes, we do. We can find gymnastics.
Walk over there.
We can do that. Okay, the other little stamp set we got in, which is super cute, is called Jingle Hugs, and it's $14.99. It's got a cute little Santa girl with a reindeer. It's got some verbiage, Jingle Hugs, of course. And there is a die that goes with that, and it's $15.99. And those are both from my favorite things. Okay, then the next thing we have is a big honeybee, and then we could head over and look at gymnastics real quick before our demo. So honeybee, we got in several items. One thing we got in was this little stamp set. It's $10.99, and I like it because it's got your thank you, but it's got all your other small words that go with it. So you're getting a lot. Yeah,
lots of fun little sayings. You could make a lot of cards with that.
And since we're talking about thank you, we've got in this one, it's called, it's Inside Thankful Sentiments. So it's made to go inside of your card, but of course it doesn't have to. And this is $19.99, and it has a coordinating die for it that's $26.99. That would be able to cut all of these out. So your kindness is a gift I will always treasure. It's the little things that touch the heart the most. You're such a blessing to me. Your kindness touched my heart. My heart is still smiling. Isn't that kind of cool?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then this is here, and I thought this was a really neat one. This is called Praying Big Time.
Oh, wow.
And I think, Maggie, I think there's been a lot of praying in the last year and a half, for sure.
Oh, my gosh. And I love how they're big and, what do you call it, cursive, and then your other words are.
Yeah, so you can definitely combine those. And there is a die that goes with it, so you could die cut those words, the large words. You could stamp them and die cut them.
I love that one.
I do too. I think.
Oh my gosh, my cousin, Mac, she's traveling to Sedona, Arizona for her son's wedding.
Oh my gosh, well, have a great wedding.
Hi, Mac. Have fun.
Yeah. All right, this is called Thinking of You Big Time. So it's kind of like the other one that was Praying Big Time, and it's got the die. And this is $23.99 for the stamp and $27.99 for the die.
You know, Kelly, these would be perfect for the cards you're going to show today.
They would be. You're right. Have to remember that. That's what I should have been cutting out. All right, then we got the Bold Botanicals, and this is a little different. It's very different from what I've seen from Honeybee. It's $23.99. And Maggie, if you zoom in, they're all like labeled because they're layering.
Oh.
They're kind of layering, but they're more like piecing together. And let me show you something here. Whoops. Each set comes with this guide, so you know what flowers go with what.
Wow.
And I just saw a video from Honeybee where they were doing this in their Misty, and it looked pretty slick. Like they stamped the stems and then they stamped the flowers on top.
That's really nice of them to do that.
So you could mix and match.
I just like that little piece of paper.
I do too. And then it does have
I
a
love
die
the
that goes with
colors.
it, Bold Botanicals.
Nice.
You could do like a whole group of flowers. I think you could do a lot with this. Okay, so Bold Botanicals. Let's hop over the gymnastics.
Okay.
Hey, should I do some flips or something along the way, Maggie?
Can you do a backflip all the way
Are
there?
you forgetting I fell on camera a couple years ago and hurt myself?
Should have brought my granddaughter. She can do those all the way around here.
Oh, yes. Well, here's a gymnastics collection pack that's $10.99 from Reminisce, and it's got a sheet of stickers and all those papers. It's got 8 papers and a sheet of stickers. So that would be a really good thing for gymnastics.
Those are nice because they're all coordinated.
And here's a gymnastics paper. And it is two-sided. It's called Perform. The back is just more of a solid blue. This is cool, Maggie. Warning, gymnasts could flip at any moment. Keep at a safe distance.
I have to get that one for her.
You should. That would be a great one. Now these are the papers that were in that collection pack we just showed, but it's kind of nice to see them out of the package where you can see them big time. And then we've got one that says tumbling. That would be me, Maggie. That was me 2 years ago, wasn't it, when I fell?
I'm not even sure
my
tumbling. That's a little bit beyond my
Do they
skill
still
level
do
right
tumbling?
now.
I don't know.
They do.
All right, so now gymnastics. We should have some stuff on the wall here. Here we go. Oh, this is cool. This is from Jolie's Boutique, and this looks Olympian. So it's got the pummel and the mat and the rings. And then we've got one from Paper House. This would probably go really well with that collection pack from Reminisce. And we've got a die cut for gymnastics. And we have a tab on our online shopping under sports and gymnastics.
Thank you for asking about this, because this kind of is inspiring me.
Now, it's inspiring Maggie because she's got her granddaughter.
Yeah.
There's a Karen Foster.
We might have to make a little flip book.
Front tuck. Do you know what a front tuck is, Maggie?
I don't know.
All right, here's another one from Scrapbook Customs, and this is a sticker. So that would be really great across the top of your layout. And then we have some glittered gymnastics with the swoosh. Those are die cuts. And then from Simple Stories, this is kind of neat. This is one of their page pieces, and I'll flip it over so you can see what's inside of it. Again, we got the tumbling.
Those are nice for page kits.
Here's tumbling up here. I don't know why that's up there, but here's another title that says tumbling. All right, it's up with the cheerleading. So thanks for asking about gymnastics. If there's ever something that you want to see, make a comment. We'd love to show you what we have. We don't always see the comments during the live video, so I apologize if we miss it, but send us an email. We'll be happy to show it tomorrow.
Elena says, in front tuck is when you're trying to get on tight pants.
Oh, yes. That could be very true. I would have to agree with that. Okay, well, it's our last day. I'm kind of sad. It's our last day to show our Enchanted Autumn projects, and our staff really kicked it out of the park. Dawn and I, we can't tell each and every one of you how amazed we are at what you made. We have shown everything so far except for the cards we're showing today. I think we hit about all the projects, and we've got some great ones to show today, and I'm going to show you a demo from Tammie. And I have not done it before, so you'll have to bear with me, and if things go crazy, we'll make it work.
And Tammie's the queen of using scraps, so you'll love this.
She's our scrap girl. Now, when Gloria was on, she forgot, speaking of our birthday girl, when Gloria was here...
Because I'm old.
Oh, because she's old. But she was younger then, Gloria. You weren't this old when you did this. This is one card she forgot to show, and I really wanted to highlight it because this was a 12 by 12 paper that had this in the corner, and she cut it and fit it onto a 5 by 7 card, and I thought that was super clever. And then she used the font, Teresa's favorite font, the alphanumeric cutout, and she used the lower, but you can get the upper also. It's $19.99. And then she outlined the letters. I think that's Nouveau Drops that she outlined the letters, because the cutout letters, Purple Rain, Nouveau
so they're
Drops.
Sparkly. I don't know
So they
whether I can
sparkle.
catch that sparkle.
Does it help if I do that?
Maybe gets people sick.
So thank you, Gloria. We're sorry we missed it. I wanted to make sure everybody saw it. It's a different way to use that paper that I didn't think.
And I'm giving it to a friend tomorrow.
Oh, Gloria's giving it to a friend tomorrow. Here, Gloria.
Just in time.
Okay, then our sales rep from Sizzix, we sent her a collection pack and asked her to make some cards. So thank you so much, Shelly. And I'm going to show her cards that she made and sent us. And this is where she used the striped paper for her card base and just scored it and folded it in half. And this was a cut apart. But what I thought was clever, I thought that was a doily, but she actually used the crochet die from Tim Holtz. And she cut those out and put them around the edge underneath the cut apart and then popped it up.
That is a great
thought that was
die. I
clever.
have used that.
I've never used it in that way.
No, but I've used that. And the one thing that always amazes me, and I didn't notice it, you actually get 4, but one is a larger version of, so you get two of the same. So this is the larger, this is the smaller, and then this one's the larger and this is the smaller.
And Maggie, you taught me that. I didn't know that.
I didn't know it at first.
And I would say this is the larger that she
yes,
used.
yes.
Okay, and then the other card that Shelly made is got this background, and I like how and she used our paper again for her card base, which was kind of unique. Not a lot of people did that. And then she's got a plate here that she cut out.
Oh my gosh,
of that
that's
same
beautiful.
color. This is a little cut apart she wrapped with ribbon, but look at the inside. So she took that one piece. People have cut it apart, they put it on the front, they put it on layouts, and she took the one piece and did that. And then this one, she used the brush strokes flower. So those are flowers from the brush stroke die from Tim Holtz, and that's this one right here, $16.99. That has gotten a lot of liking.
A lot of layers, but it makes it so pretty with the depth.
And you could make it in any color. You could do Christmas colors. Wow. You could do wintry colors. I think it'd be really pretty. Then she sent us a gatefold card, and I haven't even opened this. I don't know what's inside. We had these posted up at the front. So this is a gatefold, and then you open it, and then it just wanted to say, I'm so very grateful.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Now she might have printed that, or that's a stamp maybe. But I never
is that
thought about
one of
that
our
piece.
cut aparts?
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And she's lined it with flowers on the inside. And then the other thing she did, if you're making a gatefold, this is kind of clever. Her flower goes across the gatefold, but it's sliced right in the middle there. So it opens up, and the leaves kind of help hold it shut.
Those
so Shelly,
are
thank you.
beautiful.
And then this one is really funny. I love this one. And again, she used our paper for the card base. But here is that little rabbit, Maggie. I think you remember him.
Yeah.
He's the carrot bunny from Tim Holtz. So you think about him as being Easter, but here he is in the fall with a little harvest there. So he's really cute too. Lots of popped up. And he's in an envelope. And that envelope die we have arriving soon. We had that and we sold out, but it is arriving. It's hard to tell that it's an envelope, but you can kind of see it.
Those are amazing.
Okay, now we're off to Tammie. Last but not least, I'll show you Tammie's cards. This one is a nice basic, and she just matted her paper, and then she ran a ribbon around there and kind of like put a tab on it. Now the ribbon, if you'll notice, she wrapped it around that front layer, the floral layer. And she's wrapped it around and adhered it so it's got a really clean look on the front. And I think it's Tammie's style because she did it here too. And look, she found a ribbon that matched exactly to our paper. And now that friend, I've got my pile here, Maggie. And
see, those big cutouts work so well for the front of cards like that. The stamp.
I went and got all this stuff to show everybody. And where is friend? Well, I'll find friend. It's here somewhere.
Is that? That's a different one.
It's from Say It With Stamps. And, oh, here it is, right here. It's right here by her cards. Okay, so here's the die that she used. And that's from Say It With Stamps. It's $8.99, and it's got this, you'll see the mat and the word. So it's got both cutouts, and then there is a stamp that goes with it.
And there again, you get the nice big friend, and then you get all these little tiny
And you can die cut
things.
that friend with the die if you want to, or you can use the die by itself like Tammie did. All right, sorry about that. I had a moment. Then she's made this one where she took one of our border papers. Now this time she wrapped the ribbon all the way on the inside. And then she's got that little Collect Beautiful Moments, and that is from the tiny text from Tim Holtz. I think that's $29.99. And you've probably seen this a lot on our demos because it's been used a lot. It's a really nice set.
I use it a lot.
Okay, then another.
He has a Halloween one like that, doesn't he? And
Halloween
a Christmas.
and Christmas. All right, here's another one that she's took the cut apart. And this one had a surprise I didn't know about till today, but look at there.
Oh, wow.
So very clever, Tammie. And this is actually inserted underneath the ginger color cardstock.
And this ribbon deal where you put it behind the front panel makes so much sense because if you wait, then it goes around your card and it's
Yeah.
not as nice looking.
It's very clean. All right, here's another wowzer. This is, she fussy cut these pumpkins. These are on one of the papers. She fussy cut them, popped them up. She's got this twine wrapping around, and she cut out the thinking of you. And look at this card. This is how it opens. This is a flat piece here. So this is a slim line, and she kind of like attached a card onto the top of it. So I thought that was really neat. I love those pumpkins on that green. And then with the border coming through.
Very
Okay,
nice.
all right.
And then does that stand up kind of?
It does. Yeah,
bit.
it stands up. Okay, so now we have a card that Tammie made that kind of jumped out at me when I saw these cards. She used the solids from the collection, Enchanted Autumn, and then and I'm going to show you how to do this. So then she took the word thank you from this set from Pink Fresh. Now that looks like, oh, what the heck is in there? But let me flip it over like this and you can see it. And this has got the shadow and the words with it.
Oh, that's so nice.
So it's a nice size for a card front. So that's what she used on that one. And then this one, she did the same thing, but instead of going horizontal, she went vertical. And this one, she used the word smile.
And is that from the same die set, or is that a different
That
one?
is this one right here from Say It With Stamps. And just like Friends, Smile has stamps also. So it's got the die set you can get separate, and the stamps. So it just really
I
pops.
love those in front of a busy background. Or
Now if
I
you're
just
making
love
this,
that.
you'll notice that she used the color for her background is the same color as her card base. I think that keeps it looking clean.
okay, Tammie, you sold me.
I don't. She's probably at work at her day job.
Yeah.
We call it the real job. Now here's another vertical. Instead of putting a word, she took a cut apart and then she matted it and popped it up. And then what's interesting is she rounded the opposite corners on the cut apart and the card base. So that's pretty cool.
Is that open from the top or the side?
Opens from the side. Very fun. Now we're going to do this, and I'm going to show you some other samples that Tammie brought in. She was so kind. She even did a demo for me so I could do a demo. She demoed for the demo. So here's another one that she's made. And she's got a Happy Valentine's Day. And I'll take pictures of these so Janet can include them in our blog. Here's just a hello. And like Maggie said,
Wow.
Tammie's known for using scraps, and you could see how you could easily incorporate your scraps on these cards.
If you're ever sitting beside Tammie at a crop, she'll be cutting all these little scraps.
I took a bunch of pictures of her cards, and I was going to do a blog post, and then I don't know what happened. Life got in the way or something. So this is the sample that Tammie showed me how to put your paper down. And you'll notice it looks kind of crazy. And then after you do that, then you just take your trimmer and you're just going to cut this off. I don't know if I can do this, Maggie. Well, let me cut. Well, actually, I'll just take some scissors. She gave me a little demo one night before she went home, or before I went home. And I'm going to do this. This is kind of like starting at the end. But this was sitting there, so I couldn't help myself. This piece isn't really glued on all the way. So there we go. So let's make one. Let's do it.
For all you people who bought the Enchanted Autumn and you have all these little pieces left, this
Yeah,
is
it's a good thing to do with them. Okay, now I made a mess. All right, so what I wanted to do was a couple things. I'll set that aside. Sometimes you want to make a card and you don't have a card base at home. And I want to make a card. We're going to use Tammie's technique, and we're going to make one with one of our school colors here in town. We've got two high schools that are maroon and gold, and we've got one that's black and gray. So we're going to make one for our maroon and gold school. It's a little closer to memory bound. But if I want my card base to be gold, or even if I wanted cream or white, but I didn't have any of these wonderful value packs that we have here, you can still make a card if you have paper. And we're going to make an A2 card, which means it's a quarter. It ends up being a quarter of an 8.5 by 11 paper. Let me take this little piece off here. Let me take off the barcode so it's not quite as crazy. So here's an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and you can see that a card ends up being 1/4 of the paper. So we're going to cut this in half. So if you don't have a card base at home, get your cardstock, cut it in half. It's 11 inches. I don't really think I have to study much because somebody made a big line on this trimmer at 5.5 inches. So we're going to do that. We're going to cut that, and then I've got a scoreboard here, so I'll slide this over.
So you can make 2 cards out of an 8.5 by 11.
Yes, isn't that nice?
And Kelly, you can cut it the other direction, the lengthwise, if you want a card that opens up from the top. Is that correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. So this is 8.5, so I'm going to score it right at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to fold it in half. And I've got my card base. And I'm going to take my bone folder and just give it a little press. So I'm ready to go. Now what I'm going to do, to do Tammie's card, you need a little background piece rather than doing, you could do it right on the card front, but we're not going to. You'll see like here she's got a black piece. This piece would have gone right onto a card front. We just had to trim it down. So I need a little piece to go on the front, so I'm going to measure one that's, I think I'm going to measure 4 by 5 1/4.
So
oh, you know what? That mark was 5 1/4. That was not 5 1/2. That's so funny, but we'll make it work. I just assumed the big line would be 5 1/2, but okay. All right, so I'm going to use this piece. I'm going to put it on the front of my card. So this is what we're going to do our scraps on. And I didn't have a scrap piece of burgundy paper, so I'm just going to cut a piece off of this. I guess I'll cut it in half at the right place. Now what Tammie told me was, she said just cut pieces like this. This is what she did. So she just cut some different pieces on her trimmer. So I need to make myself a little.
And did they always go to a point like that? The one end? Okay.
Yes, hers did. Because that way they'll match up.
Okay.
So you want to put one end of your paper, in the groove. And what I decided to do, Maggie, was I'm going to make all my stripes burgundy, and I'm going to have the gold show through. Do you think we have enough yet?
I believe you do.
Do we? Okay, let me do one more then. It's like when you're baking and you always add one more little pinch of sugar or whatever. Okay, then she told me I just start by lining them up like so. And like we showed, I think I'm going to put it right to the edge because, and then look at that. It's going to work. And then you can just leave, you can just leave a little gap. And I suppose you can leave different amounts of gap. I got to put that one back on because sometimes I get anal, Maggie. Now I was thinking this would be, didn't get quite to the bottom. I was thinking this would be kind of neat for like a teacher or graduation. And I don't know why I was thinking graduation today in September, but it's kind of a back to school time. So if you wanted to do some kind of encouragement card.
Or you could get way ahead of yourself and have all your cards for graduation ready.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this is just making me want to go home and start.
I hope it's
this.
inspiring a lot of people. You know what, you guys, you don't really have to buy a thing to do this. You've got everything you need. I know a lot of you have a lot of stuff at home, and I think you've got everything you need for this.
This is also Cyclone colors.
Oh, yes, it is.
For the big game this weekend, so perfect.
Okay, so there I've got my little things all sticking out like crazy. It doesn't look that exciting yet. But I do want to give a big shout out to Tammie, because I wouldn't be doing this if she hadn't made a card like this. Like Maggie said, she's really good at using up scraps, and she's an engineer for real, everybody. So this is kind of, you could kind of see an engineering mind coming up with this. Okay, whoops, I got a little thing. So there's my piece to go on my card front. I think I'm going to straighten this one out just a little bit with my trimmer. And I've got my card base, and
isn't that
let me get
cool?
some, you could pop it up. I'm just going to put it on flat for right now. And then you could put 2022 or thank you if it's a teacher. And that was pretty easy. Now that, I put mine a little closer together. You could put them further apart. I got to put some adhesive on this.
So because you went all the way to the edge on your base, not the base, but the little piece, then when you put it on, you do end up with your frame around it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yep. And you know, you could trim it with your trimmer. But anyhow, that's just, I think then you could add any of these words, dies to it if you just wanted to make, not necessarily a teacher one, although you could say happy. We need our teachers to be happy right now. Don't we, Maggie? But
happy teachers.
A hello,
always
a friend. Good. You could use the one that Tammie used that said thank you. That was really nice.
I really like this font. Which one is that one?
That.
The hello. Is that? Say it was stamped. Is that over here?
It's this one. It's the same one that she used the thank you.
I like that font.
So both of these are on the same, those are both on the same die set.
I love that.
I have this one too. Have it at home. Okay, so we did that, but now we're going to do one more.
Pink Fresh.
So let's see.
Karen wants the pieces are not all the same size, and no, they are not.
They were all random.
And Karen, yes, you could do black and gold. Karen's a big Iowa Hawkeye fan.
Well, there you go. Absolutely. Hey, we've got black and gold here just to show. You know
there
what?
we go.
Okay, what we should have done, I never think of things on time. We should have done a Hawkeye and a Cyclone for the big Cyhawk game.
There we go.
All right, I need another card base. So this time I'm going to cut it at 5.5 inches. I'm going to go with the short mark. I'm going to look at the marks on the trimmer. And I'm going to put this aside. We're going to make a Christmas one now, Maggie. So let me get my card base made. Got to get some stuff out of the way here. So I guess I love this because anybody can do it. And you've got the supplies at home that you need to do it. I think kids would really enjoy this too. Just coming up with different color combinations, I think, is the fun part. So I have my A2 card base that ends up being 4 by 5.5, or 4 1/4 by 5.5, sorry. And then what I want to use now is we're going to hop to Christmas. So we've got the Salutations collection that came in. This is the 6x6 paper pad. It also has a mega paper pad that has more solids, and it's got more cut aparts and things. This one's $6.99, and I just kind of like the colors and things. And they're all two-sided.
Seeing lots of cards with that because there's cut aparts. So
and then there's also, if you want, there is the big collection pack. And with this one, everything's bigger, and you're going to get all the sticker sheets too. Oh, here, I did bring the mega pad. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. So here's the mega pad, just to show you the difference. Because the 6x6 is $6.99.
There's the 6x6, but there's a lot of cut aparts
and
in
this
there.
one's $11.99. So this one's got 36 double-sided plus 9 and 3. And that one's got 24. So you are getting a bit more here. See, the solids you don't get in. Oh, and then here's what else you don't get are those. Oh, I like those.
Yes.
I love those colors.
Oh my gosh, just one pad. Think of the cards.
It's got lots of stuff.
Gail says, good take-along project. Even better if you have all the pieces cut.
Exactly. True. Okay, so we're going to make a card with salutations. We're making a Christmas card. I went through and I picked out 3 different papers that I wanted to use. I'm going to use these snowflakes. They're all the same, they're just different colors, and the backs are cut aparts that I'm not going to need because I'm getting 2 of everything in my in my paper pad. So we need to cut some scraps. And you know what? I'm going to just do it right on the card front. Tammie never did that, so I don't know. Do you think that's risky? Might be a little risky.
Well, if you leave a border around it and not go all the way to the edge.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to do it on another piece.
Although, all the way to the edge could be a good look too, Kelly.
I'm going to do it on another piece of paper because I want a little bit of white to show around the border. Now, once you make a few of these, you'll get kind of the feel of what you want for your, how thick, how wide you want your paper. And it also depends on your project. If you want more detail, you'd have more stripes. I feel like I have a mess here, Maggie.
Okay, here's a thought. You know Tim Holtz decal trimmer?
Yeah.
What if you did that with the decal trimmer and then you'd have your edges deckled?
Oh, I like that a lot. Now, if you're waiting on the decal trimmer, it's out of stock, but we're on the list to get it. Now with this, I think I'll just do a pattern where I'll just rotate the colors evenly, like green, red, blue. And Maggie, I have no idea where my cut apart is to put on the front of this card.
Oh, I saw it. Is it?
Oh dear.
Is it right there?
It is here.
There you go.
I wonder if
she put her white blizzard on there and then laid stuff on top of it.
Stuff on it. Okay. Oh well, that happens, everybody.
Let's just show that little white
smashed?
blizzard. That's okay because you kind of made it just kind of sparkly.
Yeah, it wasn't anything perfect. Okay, yeah. So I need
There's white blizzard. Can you see that? It's perfect.
Let me cut a little base piece here, everybody.
Sharon says she's made strip cards, but never with space between the strips, and she likes that better.
That's a good idea, too. You know, I think you could make the cards, and you could probably even draw some stitching lines. If you put them together, maybe you draw, or if you ink them in between.
Mm-hmm. And then it would look
Maggie,
like a crazy
I feel like
quilt.
You've done a project like that. Have you done a project where you either...
I have done, yeah, I did.
The Starburst thing. Remember the Starburst thing for Maker Mania that Janet did?
Yes, but then one time I did take a fall paper line and I put them all together and then stitched them with real stitches. I mean, I actually
sewed it.
So that it looked like the strips were stitched together. That's why that reminds me of that.
Okay, now I need a greenie. I think this is going to be really cool. I'm kind of excited about this. So I'm just like doing every other, like if the wide point's at one end on one, then I'm putting the wide point at the other end. Oh, I like this. If I do say so myself. You know what? You could use all the same colors. It doesn't have to be varied.
No, but I like that. I like that tone.
So if you're just joining us, we are making a card thanks to Tammie that works here. She was making these cards. What did they call them just now? Somebody called it a strip card?
Strip card? I think that's a good name.
I do too. Let's see, is this piece big enough? Maybe not quite. We'll do this. All I have is this big piece, but that's okay. We'll cut it off. Okay, so there's all our pieces from the Salutations paper. I need a little, this probably isn't the best adhesive. Okay. All right, now I'm going to trim off the edges, and I'm going to use the trimmer to do this. so I can get it really nice and straight. So I'm lining it up along that cutting line, and I'm just cutting right down. And I'm going to cut off this side. I'm going to have lots of pieces here, Maggie. We're going to have to vacuum today.
Maybe you could make a mini strip card.
That's right. Don't throw anything away. Now, in case you didn't know, speaking of scraps and throwing things away, Diane hates scraps. So maybe I should put all these in a bag and give them to her. Okay, so look what we have.
Oh, that is
Isn't
so
that neat?
cute.
This is the kind of project that I find very fun, just to like do different things and experiment with different ways, different colors, different papers.
What an easy way to make all your Christmas cards. You could whip these up. I love
like
it.
No two would have to be alike. Okay, so where's that piece now that we, so what instead of doing like a die cut word, although I did grab a die that I think would be amazing on these. And we showed this the other day. This is the Christmas Holidays stamp and die from Hero Arts. It's $24.99. I think these dies, because they have the shadow, would be amazing on the fronts of these cards.
Okay, just a thought, Kelly. Someone mentioned this. You could take the toilet paper roll, put it on the back of this paper.
Oh, yes.
Then
why did we not do that?
It would be perfectly glued.
Oh, it would be. Thank you. I love that idea, and I would definitely do that. That would be so much smarter.
That was Sharon's idea.
Thank you, Sharon. That's amazing. Now I'm putting some tape, foam tape on the back. I'm into foam tape rather than squares. I don't know why. Now I could put it this way, or I could do this way. What do you like, Maggie? Should we go horizontal, A, or B?
Oh, man. Try A
Originally
again.
I was thinking horizontal.
I think I kind of like A.
A, okay, we'll go horizontal. I'm going to place it hopefully in the middle because I'm eyeballing it. And I did put some Nuvo glittery drops on there with the white blizzard. They kind of take on the color of whatever. They're actually clear. They look like this. It's one I use all the time, but you'll notice on the green leaves it looks green, it looks red on the red.
Just adds a little sparkle.
It does, and you know what? Because I use those, I'm adding this ribbon that also has a little sparkle. This must be new because it wasn't open. It's from May Arts. And even some red Nuvo drops, I think, on those berries would be neat. Okay, now I got to tie it while everybody's watching. And then I just need to trim that off a little bit. And what do you think, everybody? Do you like it? So we made a card. Tammie, thank you so much for showing me how to make this technique. I love it.
I do too.
And that we made with the salutations paper. And I've got a few left over. If you didn't want to have leftovers, you could always just cut a few and then add as you needed them. For the sake of videoing, Maggie, we needed to just get it done.
And that little sparkly ribbon just finished it off.
I think so. You could add some twine, some red twine if you wanted to. I think that would be neat. Add a little color. So today we showed Gloria's card. We celebrated Gloria's birthday. We showed the cards from our sales rep at Sizzix, who's going to be here for the crop in a couple weeks, and she's going to be doing make and takes with all the croppers out at the Marriott. And we showed Tammie's cards, all her unique cards, and her talented little technique here using paper scraps and strips. And
you could use your leftover scraps to make little gift cards. That's
I think
another
you could do
thought.
this on a layout, a page
Or gift
layout.
tag.
If you did like a portion of the layout, you would need longer than a 12-inch paper. But if you're doing an 8x8 layout or something smaller, or do just a portion of your page.
But even
this
those
would be
tiny, tiny pieces you could put just on the bottom of a tag. They wouldn't have to cover the whole tag.
Absolutely.
We could use every
We got
single
lots
part
of ideas.
of that.
We got Maggie here, and she's a creative gal. So I guess I just want to say thank you. We wrapped up Enchanted Autumn, and a special, very heartfelt thanks from Dawn and me to all of our staff members that did all these amazing projects this month. So everybody have a great Wednesday, and we'll be back tomorrow, and Katie's here with the Halloween album using the Monster Mash.
Kelly, I think all the staff just loved doing it.
Oh, good.
And
well,
we
it was
appreciated
fun.
the paper.
We need to do it again, right?
Yes, we do. I would love it.
Have a great day, and thank you so much for joining us.